Gorilla King, Kuji, the heart of the jungle. Please subscribe so you don't miss a new story. In the heart of a dense, lush jungle, there lay a peaceful kingdom known as Jangala. The inhabitants of this magnificent realm included various animal species, living in harmony under the benevolent rule of the Gorilla King, Kuji. Kuji was a wise and gentle giant, respected by all creatures for his fairness and compassion. Under his rule, the jungle flourished, and all lived in harmony. One day, a group of explorers entered Jangala, led by a zealous anthropologist named Dr. Amelia Harris. She was eager to study the unique flora and fauna of the jungle, but her presence caused unrest among the jungle's inhabitants. The animals, wary of outsiders, kept their distance, and some feared the intrusion might disrupt their peaceful existence. Kuji, intrigued by the arrival of the strangers, decided to approach them. He believed in understanding others and hoped the humans would respect his kingdom's ways. Dr. Harris and her team were astonished at the majestic gorilla approaching them with an air of wisdom and kindness. They knew they were in the presence of greatness. Over time, Dr. Harris and Kuji developed a unique bond, one that transcended the boundaries of species. Kuji showed her the beauty and interconnectedness of his world, while she shared her knowledge of science and the wonders of the human world. This friendship became the bridge between the two realms, easing the jungle's initial fear of the outsiders. As the days passed, a sinister plot unfolded in the shadows. A group of poachers, seeking to exploit the jungle's resources, learned of the explorers' presence. Greed blinded them to the harmony of Jangala, and they saw only opportunities for profit. They plotted to capture the rarest animals and smuggle them out of the jungle. The poachers struck, and chaos erupted in Jangala. Traps were laid, and the animals found themselves in grave danger. The poachers believed they could do as they pleased, underestimating the unity and strength of the jungle's inhabitants. But they had not accounted for the heart of the jungle, Kuji, and his unyielding determination to protect his home and family. Kuji rallied the animals of Jangala, uniting them against the common threat. Tigers, elephants, birds, and countless others stood beside him, ready to defend their home. Dr. Harris and her team, moved by the bravery and spirit of the animals, joined the cause, vowing to do everything they could to help save the jungle. The decisive battle between the animals and the poachers commenced. The jungle resounded with roars, trumpets, and battle cries. It was a desperate fight, but the poachers soon found themselves outnumbered and outmaneuvered by the resourcefulness of the jungle dwellers. In the aftermath of the battle, some poachers were captured, and others fled in fear. Dr. Harris spoke to those who remained, sharing the stories of the jungle's creatures and the profound impact they had on her life. Through her words, the poachers began to see the jungle through new eyes, filled with remorse for their actions. As days passed, Dr. Harris and her team stayed in Jangala, learning from the animals and sharing their knowledge with the jungle's inhabitants. The two worlds grew closer, and the harmony of Jangala became known to the world beyond. Kuji's friendship with Dr. Harris deepened, and he became an ambassador of the jungle to the human world. He visited Dr. Harris's homeland, fostering a connection that further strengthened the bond between the two realms. The story of Jangala spread far and wide, inspiring people to protect nature and cherish the delicate balance of life. The jungle and its inhabitants became a symbol of unity and the importance of respecting all living beings. As the years passed, the legend of Kuji, the Gorilla King, and the jungle of Jangala continued to thrive. The jungle flourished, and the bond between humans and animals remained strong. Dr. Harris's legacy lived on, and her dedication to preserving nature inspired generations to come. Long before the reign of King Kuji, Jangala was a wild and untamed place, ruled by a powerful and cunning tiger named Raja. The jungle was a place of constant struggle and survival, where the strong dominated the weak. However, as time passed, the balance of power shifted, and the reign of Raja came to an end. It was during this turbulent period that a wise and compassionate gorilla named Kuji emerged as a leader. Unlike Raja, Kuji believed in fairness and unity. He saw the potential in creating a harmonious kingdom where all creatures could live together in peace. With great wisdom, Kuji rallied his fellow gorillas and formed an alliance with the other animals, including the elephants, the tigers who had grown weary of Raja's tyranny, and even the birds and reptiles. Together, they overthrew Raja and established a new era of cooperation and respect in Jangala. In the early days of Kuji's reign, he sought guidance from the elders of the jungle, including a wise and ancient elephant named Thalak. Thalak had witnessed the rise and fall of many leaders and kingdoms throughout the ages, and his counsel proved invaluable to the young gorilla king. Thalak taught Kuji about the delicate balance of nature and the importance of preserving it for future generations. Under Thalak's guidance, Kuji learned about the interconnectedness of all life and the responsibilities that came with being a leader. In his quest to establish a truly harmonious kingdom, Kuji traveled far and wide, seeking knowledge from the wisest beings beyond Jangala's borders. He visited the mystical temples of the ancient turtles, where he learned the secrets of longevity and patience. He ventured into the deepest caves to meet the reclusive owls, who imparted their wisdom of the night and the importance of seeing beyond the surface. He climbed the highest mountains to seek the guidance of the eagle, who taught him the value of perspective and the ability to soar above challenges. Armed with the knowledge he had gained, Kuji returned to Jangala as not just a leader but a protector of the jungle and all its inhabitants. He vowed to defend his kingdom from any threat that sought to harm it, whether from within or outside its borders. Kuji established a code of conduct for all creatures of Jangala, emphasizing the principles of respect, cooperation, and compassion. He encouraged the animals to coexist peacefully, understanding that their strength lay in their unity. As years passed, an ancient prophecy surfaced, foretelling of a time when Jangala would face its greatest challenge. The prophecy spoke of an outsider who would enter the jungle with intentions both good and bad. It was believed that the actions of this individual would determine the fate of Jangala. Kuji, aware of the prophecy, embraced the potential threat with an open heart. He believed that even from adversity, greater understanding and growth could emerge. And so, the arrival of Dr. Amelia Harris and her team fulfilled the prophecy. Kuji saw an opportunity to bridge the gap between the human world and the animal kingdom, understanding that such an alliance could strengthen Jangala's position against future threats. The arrival of the outsiders brought challenges, but Kuji's wisdom and compassion allowed him to navigate the difficulties and find common ground with the humans. He learned from them, just as they learned from him, and together they faced the threat of the poachers and emerged victorious. The reign of King Kuji became a golden age in the history of Jangala. Under his guidance, the jungle prospered, and its reputation as a place of harmony and unity spread far beyond its borders. Kuji's legacy lived on in the hearts of the jungle's inhabitants and in the stories passed down from generation to generation. The spirit of Jangala remained strong, and the memory of King Kuji, the Gorilla King, continued to inspire leaders and creatures alike to cherish the delicate balance of life and to protect the heart of the jungle. The end. Don't forget to subscribe.